In spring 2021, I actually flew with a couple colleagues of mine to Las Vegas, and I met with Senator Harry Reid about 9 months before he died. And of course, he's a private citizen now, and I wanted to brief him on the topic, and I wanted to get his kind of thought leadership on it because, you know, he was a Gang of Eight member, right? You know, which is the top most cleared senators and congressmen. He was the majority leader, for God's sakes, of the Senate. And I wanted to understand, like, what does Harry Reid actually know? Like, why did he, you know, give $21 million to DIA and Bigelow Aerospace for this? And he straight up says, he's like, yeah, I knew we had UFO material. I was denied access for decades. And I was like, holy shit, did the former majority leader just say, did he just confirm this to me as well? You know, I was already talking to these amazing high level people, but I have Harry Reid literally saying, yes, we have material. And, you know, he knew it was non-human. And then what he was telling me about AAWSAP, the real history, what fucking AAWSAP was, because I think there's a lot of people out there that think they were looking at ghosts, Skinwalker Ranch. Yes, they went to the ranch as a secondary and tertiary objective. So what really happened there, and, you know, Harry Reid, God bless his soul, made this disclosure a couple weeks after we met in the New Yorker, and you can look this up. I think it was like a May 2021 New Yorker story where he says, I knew for decades, and he made this disclosure, not me, so I'm going to say the name of the contractor. Harry Reid said this. You know, we knew that Lockheed Martin had this material for decades. I tried to get access, and I was denied. And specifically with the Lockheed Martin stuff, he was talking about during the AAWSAP program. So Lockheed Martin wanted to divest itself from this material at a specific facility that's known to me that I provided to the Inspector General. And the idea was if they made a catcher's mitt, a security catcher's mitt for this shit, at, you know, most serious SAP possible, the contractor and the other government customer, which was the Central Intelligence Agency, for that specific Lockheed material. And it was shit that they recovered from like the 50s and stuff. And it was like bits and pieces of like hull structure, shit like that. And so they were going to tech transfer it. And the $21 or $22 million was actually for Bigelow Aerospace to build out, you know, facilities in Las Vegas and material analysis equipment. And I saw the staff meeting slides. I saw the paperwork. Like there's a paperwork trail I've seen on this shit. And I talked to the people involved in this program. And so Jim Lukatsky, who ran this program, is also going on the record that he is aware, personally aware of intact vehicles and everything. But, and I do encourage both the Aero Office, which is the DOD's UAP task force successor, and Congress to ask Dr. James Lukatsky to come in for classified testimony, because the disclosure in his one book that he wrote with Colin Kelleher, George Knapp, and then the second book, well, the guy saying he has close personal knowledge, he needs to go to Congress. So I don't know James Lukatsky, but I do encourage him to be a fact witness. But going back to that transfer with Lockheed, basically the CIA said, fuck you to DIA and Lockheed, and it was totally killed. So Harry Reid's request to get the material transferred to the AAWSAP program was totally killed because of bureaucracy and kind of fiefdom stuff. And then they did look at Skinwalker Ranch because they thought that studying kind of the more woo-woo phenomenon aspects of this, they thought that they would be able to gain currency with the program, you know, and in this case, CIA, to unlock the key for the Lockheed Martin stuff. So that's kind of the long but short of it with the AAWSAP program that, you know, I wanted to make sure the public knew it's not what you think it was. There was some other stuff behind the scenes that, you know, I wanted to speak truth to power on.